What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Mello with Marty's Chevrolet and Marty's GMC, and in today's video we're going to be taking a peek at this 2024 Chevy Silverado EV RST. So let's get into it. All right, so today we're talking 2024 Silverado EV RST, $97,000 MSRP on this bad boy. Summit white exterior, black interior, 440 plus miles of range, which is crazy. If you're worried about range, this is definitely the EV pickup for you. 754 horsepower, 785 foot-pounds of torque, four-wheel steering. The thing's a monster. But if you're new to my channel, what we're going to do is a quick walk around the exterior of the truck, show you some of the highlighted features there. Once we're done with that, I'm going to put the window sticker up on the screen for you all to take a peek at, and then we'll go over the interior as well. I do like to kick things off with the key fob. You can see we've got our lock, we've got our unlock, remote start, drop the tailgate, open the frunk, panic button, then we've got our blacked out bow tie there on the back. Something else I like to address is you're probably seeing the LED light bar across the front flicker. It's sort of become the EV signature design cue at this point. It's not actually flickering, it's just the way that the camera picks it up. So there's nothing broken, there's nothing wrong with the truck. It's just the way the camera records it. So you've got the blacked out bow tie also up front. RST branding here, so you'll know easily if it's an RST. If you're going to look at one of these at the lot, just look for this, you'll know instantly. Headlights are down a little bit lower, and then we've got an air curtain right here. People often ask me, like, what is this hole? It's just for aerodynamics, improve your range. Down low, we've got a blacked out lower valance. You can also see an air curtain here on the side of the bumper. Front parking sensors run along the bottom. You've also got your front camera for your 360-degree camera system, and I will show you how that works once we get inside. I'm going to use the key fob to pop the frunk so you can see how much storage space you have underneath. Looks like we've got the charging cable over here in this bag. We've got a storage bag here. You've got the emergency release. You've got some tie-down hooks in here, cup holder, and then your 120 volts on the left side as well. If you ever need to get your 12-volt battery, access to that is right here. And then on the right side, if you need to fill up your washer fluid, that's your access for that. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the frunk. Now, 440 plus miles of range, it is true range. I've actually seen some people on the forums getting better than that. I do recommend, you don't have to take my word for it. Not everyone believes me, I get it. Jerry Rig Everything, if you type that into YouTube, he did a really great test. Charged one of these up fully and got a full 440 miles. He drove it until it died, and he actually died right at the charger, which fantastic timing. But really great to see if you're worried about the range, you're worried about range anxiety. The average American, I believe, does less than 30 miles a day. If you need a little bit more than that, you can charge at home. Range should never be an issue in this truck. I'm going to give you a quick peek at your mirror. You'll notice you've got your integrated turn signals, also another camera for your 360-degree camera system, power folding, and then we've got our 24-inch factory wheels. Yes, we live in a world where we're getting 24-inch wheels from the factory. The 90s rappers would be incredibly jealous of this thing. It's wrapped in a Michelin tire, 275/50 R24. You've also got four-corner air suspension. You can see that can right there. This thing drives so incredibly smooth. Match that up with the four-wheel steering and just maneuverability and the ride quality. The drive is fantastic. I highly recommend taking one of these out for a test drive. My biggest complaint right now about EVs is it makes everything else sort of feel antiquated. And I'm like an internal combustion guy, but it's just starting to be the sad reality. You've got your blacked out side steps. Of course, keyless entry. You'll see the buttons on the door handles. She's a little bit dirty. I apologize for that. I was going to go wash it, but it's so salty right now here in in Bourne, Massachusetts, that, you know, I'd wash it and the thing would be a mess basically when I left. So around the back, we've got the multi-pro tailgate, similar to the multi-flex if you're on the GMC side of things. You've got the factory spray and bed liner. You've got tie-down hooks, room for expansion if you need more tie-down hooks. You've also got LED bed lighting. And you've got all your power outlets over here on the right. So if you need to charge up anything, plug anything in, run your house, whatever the case may be, you've got everything all set up here. You'll also notice, I don't know how many of you remember the Chevy Avalanche with the midgate This also has the mid-gate, so you can take this entire section of the truck. So right where my finger is lined up, you can take that all out, gives you more space. You can fit, I believe, up to 10 feet all the way up through the cab. I'm gonna make another video going over that. I just won't be able to do it with camera in my hand and everything else. The video will be way too long, and you guys probably don't like me that much to sit around and listen. So look out for that video, subscribe, and I'll show you how that whole thing works. You've got your rear backup camera, blacked out bow tie, once again, RST branding in the bottom right-hand corner. Your rear backup sensors, trailer tow package is all set up, 10,000 pound towing capacity, and the range doesn't fall off as bad as I thought it would. So once again, if you're someone that's gonna tow, you're worried about the range, this is the EV truck for you. I'm gonna give you a side profile, if I can get back here, of the truck. Also, the adjustable air suspension, if I didn't mention it, you can lift and lower the truck. There's just a button on the dash to do that. Really cool feature. There's just, if there's an option, this thing's got it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the window sticker up on the screen right now. If you are on a computer, you can hit print screen to save it. If you're on a phone, obviously you can just do a screenshot and save it that way as well. I'm not gonna go too in depth. I'm gonna show a couple of highlights. You can see obviously 24 Silverado EV RST, Summit White. The interior is black. You can see the standard vehicle price is $94,500, but with the few options that we added in and after destination and all that other stuff, we're at $97,020. I'll give you all another second to look at this. I'm trying to think if there's anything really I wanna highlight. Not a lot. We're gonna go over most of that once we jump inside. So I'm gonna leave this up for another second and take it down in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take a peek in the back. So I'm gonna go over here so you can see the door. A lot of people leave the door out. I do it often too, and then I get yelled at in the comments. So there's your door. You can see the black, and then you've got this red and blue stitching. Some people hate it. I personally think it looks pretty cool, especially with this piano black. Bose audio, of course. You've got all-weather floor mats. And right here you can see, let me throw the key in my pocket so I don't lose it. You can see right here, this would be these latches. This would take out this center glass piece and then lift the seat with just this little strap. And then I'll see if I can do this all with one hand. Probably not. I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's lower it down. I just want you guys to take a peek at it. There we go. So if you were gonna take the mid-gate out, you would pull those two latches, your glass is gonna come free, and it's gonna mount right in here. So you can see this little slot. So the glass slides in here, clicks in, and then you can just pull this piece out too. You see these poppers, and then this whole middle section comes out. Of course, you've also got your armrest that doubles as a cup holder. The seats are, you'll see they're perforated. They are heated back here. And once again, you've got that black leather with the blue and red contrast stitching. You've got the mat pockets on the back of both seats. If I didn't say all-weather floor mats, all-weather floor mats. There's your heated seat controls in the back, HVAC. You've got, let me get the camera down there. You've got your full power outlet, 2 USB-C ports, and then a small storage compartment down low as well. Up top, you've also got a full glass roof. No, it does not open. Turns out most people actually don't open their sunroofs. I do, but apparently a lot of people do not. Let's hop up front and show you all what most people want to see. Oh, it's nice and toasty in here. All right. I'm going to spin this truck around really quick so that the sun isn't just coming through and killing us. So give me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna go through this relatively quickly. There's a ton to talk about. I could be on this video for the next 45 minutes, and I don't think any of you wanna listen to me for that long. If I missed something, feel free to call me out in the comments. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment, and I'll try and answer those as well. Over on the left side, we've got our power locks. We've got our memory seat buttons, power windows, power mirror controls. Right here on the dashboard, if I can get that to focus in, we've got our electronic parking brake. Here's your adjustable air suspension. So if I tap this down, you'll see there's my ride height. I can adjust that. I can go up or I can go down. We've got our lane departure warning. We've got our open the frunk, drop the tailgate, and then we've got our gauge cluster brightness. And then of course over here, we've got our trailer brake controller. I love the different color schemes and the different materials that they use. You can see different material, different color. Kind of stacked it all up, gives it a much better premium look. Up here on the steering wheel, we've got our Super Cruise, so hands-free driving. Yes, you still have to pay attention to the road. Please don't do like a Tesla thing and take a nap. Not a good idea. The truck will actually wake you up and make you take command. Your cruise controls, your forward collision alert. You've got a regen braking paddle here on the back. And then on the right side, you've got your heated steering wheel. You've got your Bluetooth hands-free controls. And then this the button here, I'm going to show you. You can change the entire layout. Let me get that. There we go. You can change the entire layout of the dash. This one right here is probably my favorite one. I just like the way that it shows the map right here on your main display, so you don't have to look over at the other display. This is an 11-inch fully digital customizable display. And then I'll go over here, show you as well. You can scroll through. We'll select that. And let me just go back to this screen that I liked, this one. That brings us over here to the right. Before I skip it, here, this is an LED strip in the steering wheel. That is for your Super Cruise. When it's green, you will know that you are activated. Over here on the right, you've got your 17.7-inch horizontally oriented display, and it is tilted to kind of look at you. One thing I really like is if you look here, the way that the steering wheel fits in, it makes it look like the screen. You basically miss the break in the screen right here, and it makes it look like just one giant display going across, which I think is a great look. AM, FM, XM, satellite radio. You have Google Assistant, you have Amazon Alexa, 5G LTE Wi-Fi built in. You've got your maps, your news. Yes, you can still connect your phone to it and listen to your music. I know a lot of people think that's not a thing. Yes, you can still listen to your music. You can download all your apps. Let's go ahead and hit next. I'm just going to approve all of these. If you're navigating anywhere with this map, one thing I like to show everyone, I'm just going to put in a random location. Let's do somewhere a little bit further. Let's do Rod and Rail. If I hit start, that is going to show me what my remaining battery percentage is going to be once I get to my location, which is a great thing to have. See right there. I always tell everyone, put that in. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. If you're going on a long trip, you'll kind of know where your range is going to be at when you get there. I'll go back to the home screen. Over here on the left, if I can get that to focus in, you've got some more controls. If you tap this, you can see you can turn your rear steering off, your traction control, your high beams, all this kind of stuff. See more controls, universal remote, your auxiliary switches, lights, stuff like that. Go back here. This will keep the truck on because right now there is, once you jump in the vehicle, there's no start button. It just knows you have the key fob on you and it will start automatically. If you jump out, it does the exact same thing. So if you need the truck to stay on, you can tap that button and it's going to say your vehicle will stay on for 60 minutes. Make sure you have enough charge. If you want to turn it off, you can just hit that button and that's going to be vehicle off. We can hit OK. HVAC controls are touch right here on the bottom. However, thankfully, and I'm roasting in here actually right now. Thankfully, GM did leave us with analog controls as well, so you're not stuck just using touch controls for your HVAC. I'm personally not a huge fan of that. I like having manual controls or analog controls to adjust those sorts of things, so kudos to GM on that. Up here on the top of the screen, you have your home button, which obviously brings you back to your home screen. Then you have this button, which will actually split the display for you, and you can adjust this and change this to whatever you want. Most likely you'll do something like have the radio or your phone. There's your radio and phone. You can also split this way. We'll go Sirius. You'll probably get a copyright strike for that. There's your phone connection. Manage your phones. Connect that way. Go back to home screen. And then you can see all your connections that you have up here in the top right corner of the screen if it wants to focus, but it doesn't look like it wants to. All right, so that brings us down low. You have your wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports, power outlet, cup holders, place to store junk, giant console, another USB-C in there, another power outlet in there. Over on the right side, you've got your glove box, and then you've got another storage compartment up high as well. Oh, look at me. I was going to skip over the camera, your HD 360-degree camera. So there's your camera system. It's so hard to get everything to focus inside the truck. You can see all your different views, your overhead, your side, your standard camera. I'm a huge fan of, let me see if I can get these, is this camera right here. I call this the curb hunter. You've got 24-inch wheels, they're expensive. So if you're gonna pull this truck up close to a curb, this camera allows you to do that. You can get really, really close without curbing your wheels. Highly recommend using it. Yes, you have auto parking. I never use it. I don't think most people do, but it is there. Your drive modes. Let's go back to your drive modes. If you need more power out of this truck, you can use this button right here. Makes a cool sound, gives you max power. You've got your normal, your My Mode. Chances are you're gonna keep the truck in My Mode most of the time because My Mode is customizable. So if I tap My Mode and then I hit this pencil here, you can see I can change how my steering is set up. I can change how my suspension is set up, how much acceleration I want, whether it's normal or I want sport. And yeah, we absolutely want sport. Engine sound or motor sound, same thing. Maybe you're more like me, you want the most driving experience, sport, sport, sport. And that will stay that way. So that will be your My Mode, off-road mode. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, same as tow haul mode. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Over here on the right, you'll see this little button. That is your one-pedal driving. You can set how heavy the one-pedal driving is. I usually keep mine on normal personally, but if you're more comfortable with it, you can go up to high. Anything else, anything major that I want to highlight? If you're gonna trailer, you can set up multiple trailers. The truck will remember each trailer. I think that's sort of the quick-ish rundown. You have your video mirror up here. You can adjust it so you can increase or decrease the brightness, change the zoom. I like it zoomed all the way out and turned all the way up as far as the brightness goes. Your OnStar buttons, interior LED lighting. And I think that is sort of the quick and dirty rundown of the 2024 Silverado EV RST. If there's anything you guys want to see in particular, maybe I'll wait till the sun goes down and I can probably get a better walkthrough of the infotainment system. I know it's a little tough when the sun's out to be able to see it through the camera. So maybe I'll do something like that if you guys will get some value from there. I didn't mention this. This is just the sensor for Super Cruise. So this actually looks at your eyes and makes sure that you're paying attention to the road. If you were to close your eyes, the truck's actually the seat's gonna vibrate, it's gonna make noises, it's gonna try to wake you up and make you take over the steering wheel. So once again, if you're using Super Cruise, it's really great, works really well. Just make sure you're actually paying attention to the road. We haven't gotten to that point yet where you can just kind of take a nap. Once again, any questions, concerns, leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Help me stay employed. Like the video, maybe share it with a friend. It is a beautiful day here in Bourne, Massachusetts. And if you're interested in buying this truck, it is available currently. And we will make sure that you get the best deal possible. Thanks for watching. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you soon. Take care.